Hi, I'm Jesse McCready. I'm with Animodule. Check out my modules at animodule.com. Alright, I've recently acquired a Van Norman 22L. It's an awesome milling machine. It's got a milling head that easily transverses from horizontal to vertical and anywhere in between. It's got a beefy overarm. The one caveat with these geared power feeds. The one caveat with these milling machines is their funky taper. This is a Brown and Sharp number 13 taper. This goes to a VN2, the Van Norman 2 taper for their proprietary collets. Now we got 2 inches at the gauge line here and at the back, so this is about 2/3 of the length of a Brown and Sharp 13, because I think technically they're like 7 inches. This is 4 inches approximately. Gauge line's about 2 inches, and then 4 inches back here is the 1.85, something like that. It tapers half an inch per foot, but that's neither here nor there. I don't have any tooling for VN2 or for Brown and Sharp 13. What I do have is lots of 40 taper. Got lots of 40 taper tooling. So the gauge line at 40 taper is about 1.75, maybe just a hair over, and that will leave me with 100,000ths of meat. Oh, can you juggle? I can't. So I got to cut a Brown and Sharp 13 to 40 taper. I got this piece here cut out of a hydraulic shaft. This hydraulic shaft is a shaft to turn a first step face off the one side. Twice, because it wasn't deep enough. See you on the... Okay, let's take a crack at this. Got it approximately zeroed out within a thou or so. It is not cranked down. Now I'm going to assume that it's indicator is straight enough. There's probably a little bit of cosine error, but you know, this will be alright for what I do. It's not like I can hit any kind of tight tolerances anyway. So so I'm gonna offset it. Am I turning it the wrong way? No, I got it the right way. I want to offset it .25. What's that? Oh, that's the wrong way. Oh, I'll loosen this a hair. I have it cranked down, but like I said, the gauge line is 2. This piece is 2 1/4. And the drive ears could be significantly longer than that, but where am I at? It's 1, 42. I think this is one of the first times I've ever used an indicator on the lathe, besides on the crossfeed, to actually judge a distance. Alright, there you go. 250. I don't believe I have to half that, because I'm not dealing with a diameter. That should leave me a 1/4 inch over, and then 2 inches on the inside. Yeah, and then I just gotta tidy it up over here. Won't make you watch that though. See ya when I'm less boring. Or should I say, more boring? No, I should have said anything. Okay, so I messed that up. This is a 1/2 inch out. So maybe it only wants to be, maybe I do have to divide the offset in half. See, yeah, that's a 1/2 inch out there. Alright, back to the drawing board. Guess we'll... So I'm going to zero it back up. I'm not going to make you watch it all, but I'll let you know what I can. Little trick, I lost my center when I offset this, and then I can't find it. Pulled out my planer shaper gauge. To act as a level. I don't know how you would do this with a 3-jaw chuck. Well, I assume you wouldn't be offsetting precision tapers in a 3-jaw chuck. But then, what do I know? Is oh, maybe you could sit it on the foot there on the top. I don't know. But there you go, planer shaper gauge to the rescue. And here we are. I know the centers are centered because of the planer shaper gauge has a precision level on it. That's maybe, does anybody know, is that a precision level? Like, that's probably the nicest level I have. I got carpentry levels and a nice star level I use to do masonry. But if I'm gonna level my lathe, I'm gonna pull out my star planer shaper gauge. It's definitely got the slowest bubble. But anyway, so look, here we're on 0, and bring her around. I don't even know if you can, well, you probably can't read the numbers on here, but you saw that go around to 49, which that's good enough for me. It's honestly a little better, because know me, I'll spend an hour getting it offset perfect, and then I won't have enough material to cut the right gauge down at the bottom, at the gauge line. Alright, I'm start boring it. Alright, I got the hole drilled out to 0.9 to whatever the drill is. I'm starting to work on a taper. Got this little boring bar. It's all set up on center. I've got the taper attachment in the back over there set up. We're going to give her a go. I'll do the final bore for the NMT MTB shoulder after I get this taper as right as I can. So and I'll let it rip. Safety glasses on. Nice and slow. Going 1/2 inch boring bar. Move her up a little bit and pull it back out. Oh, bumped the camera. Alright, let me clean her out. That feels good. You still see what I'm doing? And we'll give her a little test. Honestly, I'm making this up. So, I put this in. I put a little pressure on it. It's not a lot, but you figure you got the drawbar holding it, right? There's no wobble here. When I get a little closer to the end, I'll blow it up and check it out. And it feels pretty good. And we're getting close. So another cut or two, a couple of spring passes, and we'll be there. Running nice and slow. Got a 1/2 inch boring bar. I don't want it to flex or move. The tool post out of alignment. Sold lead. So give me a nice cut. If I'm gentle with it. I should have had this set up the whole time. I can see in the board better with the camera than I can with my face. Alright, I know this is painfully slow. Okay, getting down to the wire here. So it feels like a pretty nice fit. I don't know how to tell. It's not wiggling in the back. I'm not putting much pressure on it here, so I had to adjust the taper attachment just a hair a couple of cuts ago. But this I don't know, maybe I'll lap it when I'm done. This is feeling pretty solid though. Yeah, I could blue it. I'm not real sure how to do that, but give it a try. I'll jam it in here. We're not pressed up against the flange just yet. So this looks like this is going to be pretty good for, here's the offset here. I screwed a drive dog in up this way. I don't know. I think it'd probably be alright to call her good like this. I like to get a little closer, but maybe got a 1/16 of an inch left to put in. Nice thing is, the stock is a hair too long, so I've got a little bit of room to fudge. If I cut it oversized, and just face this off a hair. Better and knock on wood on that one now. Let's see if we can do it without. Okay, at this point, I turned it up. I turned the speed up, and I turned the feed down. And let's set the depth. And I'll take two and a half thou off. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I suppose there's a more precise way to do this, isn't there? I don't know how to read for a taper, honestly. Got 1.72. All right, so yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll take two off. Now I'm setting it by the compound, which is set to 33 degrees. So it should be about half. I'll set it on 3.5 thou. And cross my fingers. There we go. So I took this and I dabbed a layer of phthalo blue on it and then wiped it off. This is just oil paint. I probably should thin it with mineral spirits or turpentine or something. But I didn't. I just put it on, wiped it off. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll turn this a little bit here and see. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm getting pretty even marks most of the way across. That's better than I expected from myself. So, all right. Like I said, I gotta maybe I'll shave a 1/16 of an inch off, or take another 1/10, should I say. That's it, does it. And this spindle I have, the tool holders, they stick out a little bit. They probably have an 1/8 of an inch to somewhere between a 1/16 to 3/16 of stick out past the end of the spindle nose, which is fine because there's plenty of meat on the drive key. So do I leave it good? Do I leave it go? My only concern is if I cut this, you know, obviously I want as much room between the spindle and the table as possible. Although, splitting hairs when I get down to 3/32 of an inch. I don't know how much difference that's going to make. My concern is that if I make the flange tight with the face of this, then I'm going to get a tool holder that has the gauge line a little lower, and once it's pushed up against the spindle, it'll still be loose, and then there's nothing I can do for that. Right, better to err on the side of being out a little too far, because the drawbar will pull it in tight. There you go. I'm going to leave room for expansion and for the drawbar. I'm calling this good. I still got to face this off. Yeah, maybe I'll take a thou. I'll face it off and see where I'm at. Alright. That's it. You don't have Prussian blue. You don't have stuff for your surface plate. I just use artist oil paint. And I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. Plus, you'll be able to identify this tool holder when I post it up on eBay. Talk about bluing, right? Don't get this stuff on your fingers. In a painting, this phthalo blue, little dab, it'll take over the whole paint. I don't even use it to paint with, because it will take over your whole palette, like, without even looking. Got a new to me problem. I got my bore gauge open up past the or telescoping gauge past the end of the bore and in between the spindle. So I thought I lost it. I thought I was gonna have to bore it out or take the part out, but I got it. So I am just I better take a look at what I'm doing over here. So I'm just cutting the shoulder for NMTB 40 tooling. Doesn't fit yet, but where am I at? I think I gotta take 10 thou off, but you know, it's always better to measure. I know, use a micrometer. This is nothing precision here. Oh yeah, it looks like I gotta take just about 10 thou off. I switched boring bars. Come here. And we'll give this a little run. Set it to 5. Double check, because I don't know how repeatable this tool post really is. And let's have a look-see. I bet you it's too tight. Oh, that's pretty close. Alright, well, I'll clean this up. Let's see you in a minute. And here we go. There you go. Now, if I put pressure on it, it's going to fit nice and tight. But if I don't, I can't tell. Is that a wiggle? I can't tell. I guess I could run a drawbar. Did you get to see my my spelunking light? It's for it's my Uncle Gary gave that to me. You know, I thought, oh man, this dorky thing, and then I use it all the time. All right, there's there you go. There's a little bit of wiggle. I think it's because this boring bar wasn't cutting all the way to the end, so I want to bore out for the shoulder on an NMTB40. This feels pretty good. If I give it a little twist, and like I said, probably the right way to do this would be to run a drawbar through the end of the lathe spindle and pull it tight, but I don't have one. Honestly, I'd like to make a 40 taper tool holder collar or chuck. I don't know why though. Like, I feel like I want to make it and then I would never use it. Still, it'd be neat. Maybe I may make another one of these just to have one to test stuff, because I plan on making a few tool holders in the future. This, as far as I can tell from this side, I'm pretty satisfied with this. This is only half of it. What if I did it once? I can do it again, right? There's no wiggle. I've got about 3/30 seconds space between here, between the flange and the nose of the adapter. There's about a 1/16. It's 0.75. I'm okay with that. I better, if it's working well, better leave well enough alone. Alright, well, I'll see you again. I'm going to take this out and possibly flip it around, hold it between centers, and cut the taper for the Brown & Sharp 13. That's my plan, at least. How's that work? Oh, that doesn't fit. Right. Thanks for watching. I'm Jesse McCready. I'm with Anna Module.